Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Rich Groves here with Gateway to Freedom. We are getting ready to go. Well, we're live now, but we're getting ready to bring on one of our vendors for the upcoming Gateway to Freedom Real Estate Investor Conference. David Randolph with Short Sale Profits, sorry, is going to be here. He's also taking the stage for Gateway to Freedom as a speaker. And we're going to go live here in just a minute. We're going to go live here in just a minute with David Randolph. So bear with us. Hope everybody's doing well. Gateway to Freedom is going to be here in St. Louis, October 11th and 12th. That's this Saturday and Sunday.
Well, there you are.
Hey, David, how are you doing, sir?
All right. I didn't know what Zoom I was in. I was in a.
Hey, trust me, I know. I've had that issue last couple times. I've had to actually like resend the invite. I send out the invite and then I have to resend a new invite for some reason. I don't know, but I got to look into that. How you doing, buddy? You're looking good.
Yeah, doing pretty good. Just got back from Denver, Colorado with a short sale student on a house he's gonna pay probably $30,000 for.
Wow. $30,000. You can buy houses for $30,000, David.
Yeah, we're gonna sell it for 275.
Doggone. But he must be putting 300,000 into it, right?
No, you know what? He will put about 75 to 100 in it. Yeah, he will.
That's still good numbers.
Yeah, no, yeah, it definitely is. It's got a new roof, new windows, so like that stuff's okay. It's
Sure.
just a cast iron sewer, so he's got like 12 grand
Oh,
for that. New kitchen
wow.
cabinets, new flooring, new light
Right.
fixtures. I mean, it's a got inside. Just take the flooring, take all the cabinets out, bathrooms, everything, and
Yeah.
stuff. It'll probably hit. I mean, it's not
Okay.
a big house either. That's the thing. So,
Okay.
but in Colorado, things are expensive.
Oh,
You know.
sure. Sure. You wouldn't think it would be. You got all that wood right there. No,
I know
or I
that.
guess depending on where you're at in the state.
Yeah, yeah. No, I went and looked at another one, and it was like the one house door next door was no garage.
Oh,
It,
wow.
it was 800 square foot. No,
Okay.
700 square foot.
Oh, okay.
Sold for 375,000
Wow.
on it. Now it's
Wow.
totally renovated, all new flooring, all new cabinet,
Okay.
new granite, all new light fixtures. The
Okay.
works, everything,
Yeah.
right, and
Right.
stuff. But then I found out that they had partially finished the basement, so that got the square footage, up from like 700 to maybe 1,300 or something like that. But still,
Sure.
no garage.
Right. Right.
Yeah, crazy, crazy. But yeah, the banks
That
are
is crazy.
dumping the houses right now. They're just literally dumping them.
I bet they are. I bet they are. That's amazing. Well, let everybody know. I kind of gave a head start while I was getting this thing going, letting everybody know that you are going to be speaking at Gateway to Freedom as well as one of our vendor sponsors. And appreciate that, and thank you for coming back. And this is we've been doing this 3 years. You've been on board with us all 3 years, so I appreciate you being with us and supporting us and sponsoring us as
Yeah.
well.
And
But
Rich, do you
yeah.
need to record this too?
I thought, oh shoot, you know what? I was pausing it. Yeah, my bad. Let me do. Oh yeah, let me. Wow, thanks for catching me because okay, I'm doing a lot. I'm live on YouTube, and let me hit that record button. Recording is paused, and there we go. Yep, there we go. So the YouTube is going to see this twice, but I want to remind everybody this is David Randolph with Short Sale Profits. David is going to be speaking at Gateway to Freedom right here in St. Louis, October 11th and 12th. He's going to be speaking on Sunday the 12th. And even though in-person tickets are done, they're sold, they're closed, we closed those down. We do have live virtual tickets for sale still for $49 each. So if you want to grab your virtual tickets, that covers you for the whole weekend, not just one day, the whole weekend, $49. You can hear David and the other speakers we have on stage. But more importantly, not more importantly, but hand in hand, really, David is sponsoring the event with his company, Short Sale Profits. And so I've welcomed him on to talk a little bit about what he does, who he is, so you guys can get familiar with who he is. Who are these short sale profits? We see these people that have a table at Gateway to Freedom. What's that all about? And who's this David Randolph guy? So you know what? What is your 30-second elevator pitch about who you are, and we'll dive in deeper, David.
Okay, great. 30 seconds. I don't know.
or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It doesn't matter.
Well, just for a background basis, I'll do the same thing I do in any kind of a local RIA meeting you might do when you are in networking with it, and you say, "Hi, my name's David Randolph. I rehab about 5 to 10 houses a year. So I started out rehabbing. One of my claims to fame is that all my renovated houses that I've put on the MLS for sale, listed for sale 265 and under, have sold in 7 days or less at list price or higher for 15 years. Okay. So when I came here 3 years ago, it was 12. Now it's 13, 14, 15 every year. They still continue to sell at list or above. But I have this, unfair advantage. I'm making $50 to $150,000 gross profit on $250,000 houses here in St. Louis. And now, how do you do that? Well, to know how that happens, you have to come on Sunday and hear my presentation. But I'll give you a little preview. I do that for 15 years by my method of buying houses, which is called short sale, a real estate short sale. That means that basically the homeowner is not able to stay in the house anymore. They're missing payments and they can't actually sell the house or fix it up and sell it, don't have the capacity or the ability to do that to pay that loan off. So what I do is I negotiate directly with the bank to get the bank to say, yeah, you know what, it isn't worth that, it's worth this amount. And then they force me, they tell me that I have to pay $29,600 for a house I sold for $275. Okay, they forced me into that, public records. Okay, and that's what I'll be talking about on Sunday. That's kind of my little opener there. Now, a little bit more background is I am a hard money lender. So, in real estate, you go through and there's a lot of businesses you can have. And in over 15 years, I've been lending, and my hard money lending business is there. But it's very specialized. I give you the money to buy, the money to fix, the money for the points, and I give you the money for the monthly interest payments. You need $0. And so that's my heart, to help new people. 5 years ago, the big wigs like Sean McCloskey and Joe McCall, I think we've got them at the event too, don't we? Don't we have them coming? Yeah,
Yeah, we do. Yep, they're both going to be there.
those big towering giants said to little old me, Dave, you need to teach others how to do short sales. So, Rich, 5 years ago, I started teaching people all across the country. And so I'm going to be talking about the short sale method, okay, in real estate, how today my students and members are knocking it out of the park. I'll give you some case examples. You won't believe it. I mean, I challenge you to get on there just because you're not going to believe it. You've got to come see it for yourself. And I'll give you exact examples and tell you exactly how that process works and what's going on with banks right now today.
That's amazing. I muted myself there. Sorry. I mean that's awesome. It's and I'm gonna drop the in the YouTube. I'm putting in the website where you can go to get your virtual tickets to see David's presentation and anybody else's, but David, so you can learn about these short sales because you led off talking about how your string of successful years you've had 15 straight years of at or above listing and that you've got that sweet spot mapped out. You got, they, all these real estate gurus, just generalized gurus, not specialized gurus like yourself, but generalized gurus tell you, you got to find your niche, right? You got to find your niche. Don't chase every shiny object. Find your niche, get good at it and be good at it before you move on to something else. And you found your niche. Like you are killing it in that space as a short sales investor and educator and all of that. But I mean, you just talked about 15 years of at or above listing price and that little sweet spot price point. Is it easy to find houses in that sweet spot? Sweet spot uh, sales point because people are talking all the time where they can't buy houses for less than $300,000. Where are you finding these houses, David, without giving away your secrets?
Well, no, I come on Sunday and I'll tell you exactly where to find them. I will show them in the presentation. Okay. Now, look, here's the issue that you have to understand is that the banks, I'll talk about this on Sunday, but there was this thing called COVID something, and we had a pandemic, and everybody stopped making their mortgage payment for 18 months. Okay. Those are all delinquent loans that the banks are desperate to get off their books. I had a student in Pennsylvania, okay, who just bought a house for $57,000. Okay, he took three dumpsters and emptied it out. So he had 67 in it. And then he put it on the MLS and wholesaled it to another rehabber for 225,000 cash. No appraisal, no inspections. Okay, that's how desperate. Look, we're all in real estate, Rich. We all understand that we serve a purpose to help distressed homeowners. We have great real estate agents. If you have a beautiful home and you can list it, we can connect you with that. But what do you do to help the family or the person who's in a distressed situation and they've got other factors that are limiting them? We step in as investors all across the country, not just short sales, but tax lien, other kind of methods of buying to be a solution to those people. Okay, and so we step in, we were able to buy that, do some kind of work to it, and then put it back on a retail market for society. We bring up the value of subdivisions. Well, what people don't understand, Rich, is that there's no difference between a distressed seller, okay, and a distressed bank. They're just as desperate. I'll give you an example. Okay, another student, okay, and this is other people doing it. I've done this for 15 years. There's people across the country doing it. They're national. This short sale method I'll talk about on Sunday is national. So I don't care if you're in St. Louis or where you're at, get that $49 option. Too bad you can't be there. Tough luck. But get the $49 thing because what I'm going to teach you is national. And we had an appraisal by the bank where they did their own appraisal at 198,000, 198,000, their appraisal. Now, before we could even say, give us a copy of it, before we could even do some of the mojo stuff that I do, they immediately sent an email, and said, we will accept your current offer of $96,000. They said that. They forced us into that, okay? Their own appraisal said 198, and they said they'll take 96. I'll be talking about how that and why that's happening on Sunday. You've got to be there. You've got to see this.
Yeah, that is amazing. I mean, I'm pumped up. I've seen you present this topic a few times, and I get pumped every time I hear this because I'm like, man, this is the way to go. And it is like you said. It's that people. I've been posting these little videos recently, and I get comments all the time about numbers. People talking about, oh, there's no way you can't buy houses for that cheap anymore. You can't find anything that cheap anymore. But my gosh, you just gave a great example where the bank sold you a house that was appraised for $200,000 for less than 100. So my
Yeah.
gosh, you can. It's just you got to know, right? And the only way to know is to show up and be there.
Yeah, and Rich, I'm gonna give away a little secret, okay? Uh, if you get
Okay.
that $49 ticket and you're part of our group in this, Gateway to Freedom, I will actually give you something free during that presentation. Okay, and
Mm.
it's going to show you even more about what I'm talking about. It'll be a free gift to everybody that gets a ticket or attends live. So I'll
That's
actually be giving them something free that'll explain a lot more, and I'll actually show them 20 case studies. Okay, with full addresses. Okay, it's all public records.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah, you can't make it up, right? You
yeah.
can't make up that kind of stuff. It's right there in public record. That's the great thing. That's amazing. So, what is your? You talked about how doing what you do, and we as investors, whether in short sales or not, we are a solutions based business, right? We are. That's what we do. We solve things. But I know with you in short sales, and you talked about how where people can't. People can't make their payments anymore. They're going to get addicted, or even the bank owns the property or whatever anymore. How is that actually helping anybody, though?
Well, see, here's what happens is somebody loses their job, they can't make that payment, and the bank has investors behind that loan. They have to foreclose on that homeowner. It's just the legal process. You got a loan, you can't pay it back, so the collateral is a house. So the banks are doing their job to service the loan, and so at some point in the future, it may be quickly, may not be quickly, they will eventually have to foreclose and take that house back. Now, when that happens, the homeowner that own that house is now out on the streets and they have to go find something to do. In a short sale process, you stop that. You postpone the foreclosure and then you work with the bank to get the bank to come out and determine what's the value of the property, what will they accept for it. Here's a buyer for it. Now, that whole time that that's happening, four major things happen good for the homeowner. And I'll give you the number one reason right now that they agree to work with you is they get to stay in the house that whole time. 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, maybe stretch it out to 9 months. They're able to live in that house instead of being on the streets. They're able to save their money up. Uh, that's the number one factor. That's just the reality of it. The other factor is they are not required, they're not forced into making those monthly payments. So they get to save their money up that entire time. The other big one is no foreclosure on their record. See, a foreclosure is the worst thing. It's 350 points for 7 years, and a short sale is 50 points for 1 year. You can actually get an FHA loan after you do a short sale because FHA says, well, wait a minute, short sale is a legal, bona fide government process where we can resolve a difficult situation. You cooperated with the banks, so you need another house. We'll make sure you can afford it, but we'll give you a loan, right? And so the short sale is a legal process that the banks follow. We are just short sale processors stepping in, helping the banks to be able to do that.
That's amazing, and that really is helping people. That's amazing. And like you said, it's a win-win-win, really. And actually, I would even tack on a fourth way because it's helping your homeowner, it's helping the bank, it's helping you, and then it's helping the person that wants to live in the house once you finish renovating it and selling it again. So
And
it's a
Rich,
full win.
there's even another win for the
Okay.
homeowner.
Yeah.
Okay, they actually get the bank to pay them a little bit of money.
Oh wow.
The boot, yes, yeah, a little
Wow.
bit, not enough, not a lot, but something that just lets them keep their pride, lets them move on.
Okay. That's awesome. That's incredible stuff. And we're gonna dive. David's gonna dive even deeper on that. David's gonna dive even deeper into that on Sunday, and you've got to be there. If you've already got a ticket, it's fantastic. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. But David, what made you decide that you wanted to do short sales?
Well, I started in 2009, and that was a great recession, terrible time in this country. Families were being kicked out of their house. There was no regulations. My wife and I decided we needed a method to buy houses, brand new real estate invest. Look, you can start short sales when you're brand new. That's what my wife and I did. And at that time, we wanted to help families out of a crisis. Okay, and of course, we wanted to make money because that's what we were going to do for a living with it. And so, it was so prevalent there that there were so many families in need of help, that we were able to identify them very easily, quickly, and try and help, the country out of a great time, great recession time, and that's how we kind of got started with it.
Okay, yeah, because people love that origin story. People love. I mean, you've been there, right? It's especially for the folks who are starting, like just now getting into real estate investing. They, oh, do I want to buy Do I want to buy rentals? Do I want to do flips? Do I want to do multifamily? So you got to find something, right? You got to pick something. So, why are such an amazing opportunity? Was I muted? I'm so sorry.
For about 7 words, yeah.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I think people understanding why it drew you in will resonate with them because you remember when you were brand new and what drew you to short sales. And people might say, wow, this if they hear your presentation, they might think, you know what, I need to get started. I'm going to start off with short sales as well. Because like you said,
Hey,
even brand new people can do
Rich,
it.
some of the best people I've seen, some of my members that are really excel at it are those who have had difficulty in life themselves. Perhaps they've been through a divorce, perhaps they were foreclosed on in the past, or have had medical issues, or have had lost their job. Some of those people are the best people at helping others in a short sale. The homeowner will resonate with you. They'll ask you. They'll do the forms that I show you that they got to do, and stuff. Now, of course, you have to know what to do with it after that. So come on Sunday. But my point is, a common person that is living life, experiencing it, maybe had some hardships, are actually very good at short sales because they can resonate and relate to that homeowner, and then they can feel that. I mean, look, Rich, I tell people, don't do this. Don't get on the phone with a homeowner and say, hey, this Dave guy said I can make $100,000, if I do a short sale on a, can I do a short sale on your house, sir? That's not what you say on the phone. Show up Sunday so
That's
I
not the
can.
icebreaker.
That's not the icebreaker. So show up Sunday for my presentation, get the free gift that I'm going to give away to people, and learn more about how to help families out.
That's amazing, man. That is fantastic. I'm super excited to see you again and see your presentation again. And I know the people that attend the conference are going to have so much value just in your presentation alone. We've got 20 total speakers on the stage or presenting, and I know we're going to have a ton of value for anybody that's there anyway. But I know they're going to see your presentation and think, "Wow, can I really do that?" And once they talk to you, and that's a great thing too. You being a sponsor, you're going to have a booth outside the general ballroom that people can talk to you right throughout the weekend.
Yeah, both days. I'm presenting on the second day, but I'll be there on the first day.
Okay. So if they want to get a head start and find out a little bit more about what you're doing, they can talk to you on Saturday and then hear it live on Sunday.
Exactly, exactly.
That's awesome. That's fantastic, brother. I appreciate you. Like I said, you have no idea. I appreciate you supporting us all 3 years, and can't wait to next year. I'd love to have you back next year as well. But let's get through this year first because it's going to be an amazing one. And for those of you who are coming to the conference, you want to make sure your butts are in the seats when David takes the stage so you can learn something incredible. And for those of you who aren't, get out to www.g2free.com, grab your virtual ticket today through actually tomorrow's Friday through Friday night. We got to cut it off Friday night so we can send everybody out the Zoom invite so they have it fresh and early Saturday morning. But get that. But David, if people want to reach out to you beforehand, how can people find you on social media, or is there a website people can go to?
Oh, yeah, yeah. They can go to my website, thedavidrandolph.com. David Randolph was taken by somebody else, and I was very upset. So my people said to me, "Say, wait, aren't you the David?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah. Hey, GoDaddy, give me THE davidrandolph.com, thedavidrandolph.com. So you can reach out to me there. You got a short sale question, ask me a short sale question. I love helping people, investors, work through that scenario that seems complicated and making it simple for you. So definitely reach out to me ahead of time. Come up and see me during Saturday or Sunday with it, and definitely get there and get that free gift that I'm going to give away.
Absolutely. That's awesome. I appreciate you being here, buddy. I appreciate you taking time to jump on this Zoom with me. And I look forward to seeing you on Saturday morning. Or are you going to be there Friday? You going to be there Friday to set up?
I thought setup was Saturday morning.
You can do it Saturday morning, or you know what? You can actually start Friday night if you like at 6 o'clock. It's up to you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. May do that.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk more. But thanks not everybody. Thanks everybody for watching this. Anybody putting eyeballs on this, thank you so much for this. Get out there, get your tickets to Gateway to Freedom. Virtual tickets, $49. G2free.com. Come out and see David Randolph give an amazing, life-changing presentation because it really could change your life and the life of the people you're helping. So come on out. Thanks, David. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Rich. I appreciate you putting on this event. It's amazing.
Thank you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye. And we are going to finish live right now. Hang on a second.